Hello, technology department. Could you slow down for a freaking microsecond? Hi, everybody. I'm Dennis Arcuri. Come on in. The other night, I spent roughly an hour trying to disable the touchpad on my laptop. The funny thing is, I'm actually kind of happy about that. I was actually able to accomplish it. This means things have clearly gotten out of hand. But I need to explain where I'm coming from first. You know, you have your technophiles riding that big wave of incoming new stuff and loving it. They talk about iBoxes and pixels and smartphones like they're Ferrari's bikini models and deep-fried whatever. And you have your technophobes, lost forever in the tide pool left behind. They talk about desktop computers, cellular phones, and the World Wide Web like they're, oops, my metaphor just got up and walked out. And I'm in the middle, in the trough between the two. One moment I love this stuff, the next moment I yearn for those halcyon days before cell phones outnumbered people and people watched movies on video cassettes. It seemed like only yesterday, but it was more like 1984. And now that 1984 has passed, does that mean George Orwell didn't write science fiction, but historical fiction? Listen, I don't want to go back to the days of payphones. Remember that? You were lost in a strange city, and of course, you had no phone in the car, and you had no nav. When you finally found a payphone, you looked in the yellow pages if the phone book hadn't been ripped out entirely, and whatever page you were looking for had already been torn out. You know, the page with hotels, the page with restaurants, the page with anything with a freaking chance of being needed by anyone. And you were lucky if then you found out you didn't have any change, because if you did, the phone would probably take your last 2 quarters and not even give you a dial tone. About the only thing that phone booths were good for was never mind. No, I'm glad that's over, but listen Yahoo, listen Google, listen Adobe and Apple, on Donner and Blitzen and whoever, the software's just fine the way it is. Let me just keep trying to use it. Okay, it's not just fine, but I'm pretty sure that version 8.0 is not going to improve on 7.4. You do remember Windows Vista, don't you? Give us some time to deal with the latest psychotic serial killer program you made. So instead of updating, please just go into the help section and try to make it answer anything. Anything at all. At least one silly, simple, pathetic question that a user might have. Just a thought. And here's another thing you ought to be thinking about. If a person, ignorant or otherwise, can make the computer accidentally do something, then it ought to be mindlessly simple to go back to a point before you did that. There should be a giant undo button for everything. Whatever the hell I just did, I'm heartily sorry for, and please make it go away. I mean, we can put a man on the moon. Okay, we can't. But we can make telephones with no cords that can take pictures of the moon and send them to a relative in Kazakhstan or wherever. Although that's stupid because they have this exact same moon over there. Why can't we straighten out this stuff that has always been wrong with the world of technology? Oh crap, Jay, your digital camera is projecting naked ladies on the screen. More soon.